Hello, welcome to this update. Let's see what's happening in the Western Pacific in the Indian Ocean. So we have still Typhoon Yagi in Vietnam. We have that Invest 95L, 95W, about a medium chance of development, and 94W there, a low chance of development. So let's see what might happen. So first we have Typhoon Yagi still dumping some tremendous rainfall in Vietnam and some very gusty winds. It's still a strong typhoon, a very strong typhoon, and it's just like making landfall there. I think it already made landfall, but it's just making landfall there. And let's see what will happen. So it has a like dissipating by later tomorrow and today, because it says Saturday at 8, but it's still a typhoon, so it will dissipate by like probably Sunday into a remnant low, but it will be a remnant low, but there will still be some very heavy rainfall associated with it in northern Laos. Might be some areas of flooding. It's still in Vietnam, and then into southern China and eastern Myanmar. Might have some very heavy rains in northern Thailand as well because of this. Especially like into Monday and later there into like Thailand and Myanmar. Laos, it'll be a little bit earlier, around like Sunday. There'll be already some very heavy rains tomorrow, northern Laos. So let's see. Here's the satellite. It's there in Vietnam, very strong. And let's see here. The official track has it continuing there and then dissipating. And let's see now. The tracks shows basically that, then it dissipates there. But let's see what the models show with the rest of the rainfall from this. So Sunday keeps going there, very heavy rain to northern Laos, southern China, then it goes into eastern Myanmar by like Monday. So some very heavy rain into eastern Myanmar, southern China Monday. Still by Tuesday, central Myanmar, some very heavy rain, and it might even move into Bangladesh and India there, accompanied by the other low pressure system just entering India from the Bay of Bengal. So this is Wednesday, shows some very heavy rain to northeastern India, Bangladesh. They might continue into India and continue having Bangladesh through Thursday, even Bhutan, some areas there, because it shows like next Friday the big low pressure spinning in northern India with a lot of storms around it. So we gotta monitor that as well. Let's see here what the models think about the rain accumulation, but please be careful throughout northern Laos, eastern Myanmar, and those areas just like it's showing here. So in Vietnam, it's affecting there now very heavily. Please continue to be careful with flooding, storm surge, and very strong winds. So it shows more than 300 millimeters of rain throughout most of northern Vietnam, 200 millimeters in other areas, 178, and even northern Laos shows like 200, almost 300 millimeters northern Laos. So please be careful. Might be a lot of flooding in all those areas there. Through eastern Myanmar, more than 300 millimeters. Southern China, 160, 200 millimeters. So be careful in those areas, those cities of southern China there, especially in eastern Myanmar. Might have some very heavy rain moving to central Myanmar as well. Southern Myanmar, it's the monsoon there, so please be careful. Some heavy rain throughout southern Myanmar as well, and the coast of Myanmar there might have some very robust monsoon rains there in the coast of Myanmar, but associated with this system mainly eastern Myanmar into like north central Myanmar. Then it shows the rest of the moisture moving to Bangladesh, northeastern India later, almost 200 millimeters in northeastern India next 5 days. And then show like in Bangladesh there, 136 millimeters next 5 days. But if I put this to like next 6 days and a half, alright, it shows most of Bangladesh above 100 millimeters, more northeastern India 100, 200, and then more there. And as you see in northern India, there'll be this very strong area of low pressure going to northern India, more than 200 millimeters of rain, 100 throughout most of northeastern India next 6 days. So please be careful there, especially in the latter part of next week, like after Wednesday, the 11th. It'll be very heavy. And then in Nepal, might have some heavy rains because of this as well. And into eastern India and eventually western India later. Some more rains along the west coast of India. Some might be heavier there in some areas. And then it shows in southwestern Sri Lanka too. So please stay safe there. So let's see, shows still more passing showers and storms through Thailand, Cambodia and Vietnam. Some might be heavier depending on where you're at, the time of day and everything. But be aware, shows more accumulation in spots, especially western Cambodia and southern Thailand. So be careful there. And throughout Indonesia, not more near Sumatra, Malaysia, more around there, in other parts of Borneo, so be careful there. Let's see, the Philippines still showing some very heavy rain in the northern Philippines, around those islands there, in those areas, so please continue to be safe in the northern Philippines from heavy rain and everything. And around Palau, it's showing a moisture surge there. Let's see around when. So this is around Wednesday, and from Wednesday to Thursday we will start getting more heavy rain there, especially from Thursday to Friday, like Thursday the 12th into Friday, which is more than 137 millimeters of rain in Palau. So expect more heavy rain next week there, some other like 100 millimeters. And into Guam especially because the tropical system developing, more than 150 millimeters near Guam, near San Jose and Saipan, more than 200 millimeters. So might be some flooding, some spots on those islands. So please be careful. Around Micronesia, 100 millimeters to 43 millimeters. Marshall Islands, some 82 millimeters. So be careful with all the thunderstorms and heavy rains from the intertropical convergence zone. Shows in Western Guinea and Papua New Guinea still a lot. And let's see here. So let's see the GFS. So it shows a very different scenario. It has the heavy rain affecting northern Laos as well, but it doesn't have as much in northern Myanmar, in eastern Myanmar as the European has in northern Thailand, more than 100 millimeters as well, and southern Myanmar there. But the GFS showing more north central India, not in northeastern India where the European was showing. But it does have a lot of storms there in India too, and some more throughout Southeast Asia. And the icon has a little bit more like the European, southern China and Vietnam, more than 300 millimeters. Although the icon might exaggerate a little bit with this, but it will be kind of like this, so like 500 millimeters in eastern Myanmar, central Myanmar there shows less than the European in Bangladesh and India, but also shows a lot near there. Southern Bangladesh, some spots more than 100 millimeters, and northeastern India there, like northish India. All those heavy storms next week, so please be careful there. And let's see. The wind gusts are still very strong with this system there, around some 9 km per hour gusts, so still very strong. And around Laos, between Laos and Vietnam, still some gusty winds. But please be careful the rest of the rest of today with those strong winds, especially on the coast there and interior parts of northern Vietnam and China. So stay safe, some gusty winds in the Bay of Bengal as well, because that big low pressure system there, and as well organized as it looks, it actually isn't a tropical cyclone at this moment, but there's a slight chance it might become one. But because you go so soon into India, you won't have much time to become a fully fledged cyclone. But expect gusty winds in the Bay of Bengal next few days in parts of the Arabian Sea, and even parts of Oceania there. Shows today some strong winds around Vanuatu, Fiji, Solomon Islands, and even later might have some more gusty winds into next week. So be aware there. And this is mainly it. Let's see. still shows some very hot temperatures in Iran, in Iraq there, and the Middle East above 40 degrees there. So be careful, especially close to 45, 46 degrees in Iraq there. And Pakistan is on the high 30s, and Iran very hot as well. And China is kind of in the 30s there. And yes, nothing crazy about that. Let's see some other areas. So next 5 days shows more systems in Mongolia and China, some more storms there. And throughout eastern China, more showers, a thunderstorm or two. Taiwan might have some more storms, and the southern islands of Japan might have more passing showers and storms. Especially like southern Japan, so like 72 millimeters, might have some more showers there, some more storms through central Japan, and more showers. We can kind of see that here. Those showers and storms in the southern islands there, and in Taiwan, northern Philippines, a lot of heavy rain there. Then it shows a bigger system there. By Monday, more storms in Okinawa, Naha, and some areas there of the southern islands of Japan. And southern Japan by Tuesday, eventually some more rain. Some storms in a system probably in northern Japan by next Tuesday as well. So this mainly it. Stay safe there.